First and foremost, I want to say Kalalal to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone, and salutations to all the brothers that's pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Yahya from the JMS Kingston, Jamaica camp, here with a quick lesson. And this one is basically entitled Establish Thy Labors unto the Heavenly Father. Right? Because there are men that come into the truth with particular mindset. Understand? There are men that come into the truth with the mindset of using the truth as an excuse to be lazy, in terms of saying to themselves that they don't want to work because this kingdom is done away with anyways. Right? There are some that comes into the truth and still have the mindset of basically being a part of this world, wanting to acquire much in this world, and forgetting their first love, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Heavenly Father. See? But when you establish your labors unto the Lord, it's the mindset of remaining within a balance, right? Within the balance, to acknowledge that when you accumulate wealth, right, you're supposed to always stick to the guidelines and principles that the scriptures has basically advise you to do with that wealth. It tells you in the book of Timothy that when you have wealth, you're supposed to distribute it. Be ready to always distribute. You know. So these are the things that we're supposed to always look at when it comes on to being a part of the word of the Heavenly Father. Being a part of the word of the Heavenly Father is walking a tightrope. Zine is a fine balance, right? So, first scripture I'm going to get is in the book of Slovakia. Phone missing itself. It is in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. It says that whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So the truth should not be used as a means to be lazy. Zane, because the word of the Heavenly Father speaks adversely to that. Right? The scripture tells you in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, No, we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Yahushai, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after the tradition which ye received of us. Right? The word disorderly goes back to basically not walking according to the prescribed instructions. Right? The scripture a while ago in Ecclesiastes tells you what? That you're supposed to do whatever your hand find it to do with thy might. Understand? So when you find brothers coming to the truth with the mindset of being on one side in terms of being lazy, and the other side in terms of being too invested in the world, those brothers are supposed to withdraw yourselves from, because you are walking disorderly. The path that you're supposed to walk is in the narrow passage, thinking always and focusing unto the kingdom of heaven, right? For ye yourselves know how we ought to follow us, right? For we behave not ourselves disorderly among you, neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with the labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you, not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any work not, neither should he eat. See? So if you not work, you not for eat. He's a lazy nigga. You need to get your ass up. See? You need to go out there and you need to find a job to do. Right? So he said, for we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all, but are busy bodies. Understand? Them not intend for work, them not intend for do anything. They just want to be lazy, they want to be slothful. But the scripture tells you in the book of Romans chapter 12, think it's verse 11. Romans 12 verse 11, let me see. It said, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. So we're not supposed to be slothful. We're not supposed to be sloths. Zin. We're supposed to be active. The scripture tells you, yo, we are as alive. The stones. We're supposed to be active on every forefront within this life, within the spiritual way of life. Understand? We're supposed to be doing our videos. We're supposed to on top notch with the videos, sticking to the principles of the doctrine. And we're supposed to always have the mindset that we are supposed to sustain ourselves within this world. So we're not supposed to be slothful. Understand? I'm going to come back to that word, serving the Lord, because that is according to the mindset. When you go back to the word serving the Lord, it basically means to put yourself under subjection. You understand? Put yourself in subjection unto the Lord. Now, when you put yourself in subjection unto the Lord, you have the understanding that whatever you do, right, whatever happens to you in this life, whatever you do, whether if you work hard, you're well invested in this world, or whether you have poverty, whichever side of the bridge you're upon, is the Heavenly Father put you there. So, with that said, you're supposed to always meditate that, look here, I'm supposed to be working in terms of doing the will of the Heavenly Father, meaning that you're supposed to always put the truth at the forefront of everything that you do. But regardless, you're not supposed to be a slacker. You're not supposed to always just want to be in your house, watching TV, eating popcorn, just chilling. This is not what the mindset that you're supposed to have. The scripture tells you in the book of Proverbs chapter 18 verse 9, it says, he also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. So as them say in Jamaica, he is a waste man. The scripture have a more basically vivid way of establishing how much of a loser you are, man. If you're someone that is lackadaisical, if you don't like to work, if you don't like to be invested in, to be active, you understand? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, right? Let's get this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 21. So like 21, 22. It say, a slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and everyone will hiss him out to his disgrace. A slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that takes it up will shake his hand. Right? So he's basically a piece of shit. Zin, if you don't like to work, if you don't like to be active, he's a piece of shit, man. You understand? You have to have the mindset to be active. You have to have the mindset to work. You have to have the mindset to be in the mind space of doing things, right? But nevertheless, this is what Paul says, right? In the book of Philippians chapter 4, it tells you in the book of Philippians 4 verse 5, it says, let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. So you have to make everybody know that the Lord is at hand. So be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be known unto God. So this is the mindset you have to have while you're doing what you're doing, while you're being active, right? While you're going for your pursuits of getting a job, while you're going for just maintaining and having your daily necessities, your daily bread, you have to make sure you put the Lord at the forefront of your mind. Prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving, let your request be known unto him. So the scripture say, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Yahushua. You get that? So it says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue And if there be any praise, think on these things. You understand? These things are what we're supposed to think on, whatsoever things are according to this standard, right? And getting a job is something that is of a good virtue, because at the end of the day, you will be able to sustain yourself, right? And you'll be able to help a brother. The scripture said it is more blessed to give than to receive. It tells you in the book of Tobit, chapter 12, verse 9, tells you that you're supposed to give alms. Let me just get that quickly, right? Tobit, let me see. Tobit 12, verse 9. It says, "For alms do it deliver from death and shall purge away all sin. Those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life." See, this is one of the things that is pure, what the thing which is honest. And how you can do this? How will you be able to give alms? You will do this in a number of ways. You will be able to do it in terms of increasing in the knowledge. You see, increasing the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You'll be able to do it in terms of having monetary value. Scripture tells us wisdom is money is a defense, and wisdom is a defense. Then you have to have wisdom to know how to maneuver your day-to-day labors, your day-to-day finances. Understand? So for those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me do. So Paul was an example, so you're supposed to follow after his example. Zane, Paul was not of the mindset of gaining vast wealth in this world, but he was balanced. He was able to assist with others' financial difficulties. Zane, but he was also able to be self-sufficient. So he said, "Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me do." So have the mindset of Paul. Zane, have the mindset of Yahushai. Have the mindset of these men that are written in the scriptures, and use them as examples. Zane, and the scripture say, "And the God of peace shall be with you. But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me had flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I know about how to be abased, I know how to depend on the low, and I know how to abound." Right? So him know how to abound. Him know the both sides of the coin. Him know how to depend on the low, and him know how to abound. Zine, everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry. So him know how to walk the tightrope. Him know the balance. It's not that he's being lazy, but shit happens. Zine, difficulties of life take it away, and you fall on your ass and things get rough. But him know how to maintain through what the wisdom that he has been presented with. Zine, say both to abound and to suffer need. Right? I can do all things through Yahushai who strengthened me. So because his mindset is on that the Heavenly Father is the one that do it everything. You see, he is comforted. He's not comforted through his financial position, but he's comforted in knowing where these things come from, and knowing that the Heavenly Father is dwelling with him, is working is wonders through him. So as the men of the Lord being within this spiritual knowledge, right? And living trying to live a spiritual life within this carnal world. You have to know that, look here, it's the Heavenly Father is the one that is sustaining me. This is the mindset. Is in? This is the beauty of being a part of this truth, because you're not supposed to let the cares of this world draw you away, Zine, from the substance that is in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So we'll go back to the book of Ecclesiastes, right? Chapter 9, verse 11 now, where it tells you that, it tells us, "I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. but time and chance happening to us all. So it's according to what the Heavenly Father has decreed. It's not according to what how much you work, how much you put in, or whatever. That's why your mindset's supposed to be always on the Heavenly Father. See, and nobody thinks that because you're not working none at all, but you have faith in the Heavenly Father, that the Heavenly Father will look up on your lazy ass, man. You see? It's not like that, yo. You see me? But it's just always knowing that the standards of the Heavenly Father is what stands. So it says, for man also know it not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon him. So a man don't know which, as them say in Jamaica, which card I go play any day. Any day your number can be pulled. Any day you can meet in a car accident. Any day bad shit can happen to you. You understand? But nevertheless, you have to live according to the standards of the scriptures. You see me? Because what the scripture tells you, I'm going into the book of Ecclesiasticus. It tells you in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, right? Verse 11. It says, there is one that laboreth and taketh pains and make it haste, and is so much the more behind. So have men that are doing magnificent amount of labor, a great amount of toiling, Zane, but regardless in behind. Zane, because the race is not for the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but time and chance happen to us all. You see me? And it says again, there is one. So giving the flip side. It says there is one that there is another that is slow. Zane is not that him lazy, him doing what he need to do. He might try him best for put things together, but he might not have the mental aptitude or rigor of labor which another man have. See, this man mindset is more on the spirit. This man mindset is more on trying to develop his spiritual life, trying to find that balance. See? So there's another that is slow and had need of help, because the word always basically tells you that the meek shall inherit the earth. See? The scripture always find favor in the poor. When you read the book of Matthew, it tells you that. Understand? So these are the people that have need of help. Wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord looketh upon him for good, and setteth him up from his low estate. This man is whatever Father is working with, because his hope and trust is not in any ability that him himself have. Him working, him moving, him trying his best to make things meet. But guess what? His mindset is not on those things. His mindset is not in no car. His mindset is not in building in no house or anything like that. His mindset is on basically asking the Heavenly Father to help him, give him a couple ideas, to sustain him, to put him on the straight and narrow. You see? So the Heavenly Father will look upon this man and set him up from him low estate. So him say, and lift up his head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him. So this man is a man that the Heavenly Father uses as a miracle, because I'm gonna say, it's not like me see this man have no great knowledge or no great potential, but this man trusting at the power of the Heavenly Father. You understand? So prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Error and darkness are their beginning together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the goodly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever. Right? So this is the point, man. The point is that whatsoever thing you do it heartily as unto the Lord. Establish your labor unto the Lord, because when push come to shove, whatever amount of thing you do, whether you invested in the world, zine, or you invested in being a lazy nigga, you understand? And the Lord is the one that sustains everything. And the man that the Lord is working with is the man that has his eyes set upon him and doing his utmost best that can meet the standards of the scriptures. Zine, the scripture tells you that we're supposed to do keep his instructions and bind them about our necks. Understand? We're supposed to always think upon the scriptures when we maneuver in our way. So therefore, that is how we establish our labors unto the Lord, unto the Heavenly Father. That is how you make smart money moves. Zin, when you're making your money moves, you're doing your day-to-day labor, you're doing your day-to-day toil. You're doing it with the mindset of accomplishing the will of the Heavenly Father, accomplishing your day-to-day bread, your day-to-day necessities. Zane, trying to help out the brothers. This is the mindset you're supposed to have. The mindset is not to build yourself in a way where you want to be lavish. No, the mindset is basically to have a humble mindset that I need to have these funds so that if anything push come to shove, I can assist a brother. I'll be able to distribute, I'll be able to maintain. Zane, and you have to keep active, you have to read the word and use the word as your guidelines in this life. You see me? And with that, I hope that this lesson was edifying unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.